going on, K-Squad? We are here today to discuss the comeback trailer. I know I am a couple days late, sue me. But we are talking about the comeback trailer, Shadow, performed by yoongi. It's a wonderful song. It is beautiful in all the right ways. It is touching. It is dark. It is it's very honest, and it's very yoongi. You know, you're like this is classic yoongi. From the performance to the lyrics to everything. I'm not gonna go into depth on theorizing. Is theorizing's a word? I'm not gonna go into theories. I'm gonna let other people handle the theory stuff. I mean, I don't think there's too much to go on, like with theories. Like, I think it's pretty straightforward if you analyze the lyrics, if you analyze the music video. It's pretty simple to see what he's going for with this song and what he's trying to describe, the storyline and everything. So I'm just going to talk about that. I didn't know if I was going to make a video on it, but I really wanted to after I was reading the lyrics and after just watching the music video and experiencing the whole thing. I was like, you know what? It would be really nice to talk about this because I think it's really, really incredible what he's created, and I think it'd be nice to talk about it and, you know, analyze this shit. As many of you know, Min Yoongi, SUGA, August D, he's my bias. He's the first person in BTS that really made me like go, oh. I was listening to Cypher Part 2 and his verse came on my domain, dopeman.com. Right as soon as he said that line, I was like, oh, okay, this is it right here. And ever since then, I have just been in love with yoongi. He's my favorite in the group. I think that he's just exceptionally brilliant in every way possible. The reason I like him so much, I think, is he reminds me a lot of me. I'm not as brilliant. That's quite obvious. I'm like a very the lowest grade yoongi. But we're both very shy. We're both very quiet. We both like to keep to ourselves. We both like just staying inside. Making music. We don't like a lot of people, but we really love the people close to us, our family and our close friends. And we have a lot of dark thoughts, and that is quite obvious with this song. So let's just go into the music video. Let's break it down. I'm gonna separate this. Might not separate. I might all just talk about it all at once. But I'm gonna talk about the music in the video, the visuals, and just the music in general, how it made me feel, analyzing that and analyzing, you know, because I make music. Surprise. So I thought it'd be nice to analyze, you know, the music and obviously the video. The video is so the effects, just the cinematography in the video. The shots are just so nice, and there's just so much going on in the video that is just so well done. And then, more than anything, I would love to analyze the lyrics, because the lyrics, I think, are the best part about the song, the story that it tells, all the passion. The video opens up, it reminds me of the Fake Love hallway that Jungkook is running through in Fake Love. It's very similar to that hallway. Even at the one point when he starts running, like 40 seconds into the song, when it starts to pick up after he does the I want to be a rap star. It's very like Jungkook when he's running in the Fake Love. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if there's any theories on that, but it just reminded me of that. Yoongi's done intros before. This one really reminded me of Nevermind, which was Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. The song structure and like just like the vibe of the song is very, very similar to Nevermind. The lyrics aren't really the same, but just the overall sound of the song, it's very like this punchy hip hop with some rock influence stuff in it. So it's similar to Nevermind, which is great because Nevermind is like one of my favorite BTS comeback trailer intros ever. So Yoongi's got the black, when he has the black outfit on, all the other dudes in the black outfits are covering the doors. So there's no escape. I think the black outfit Yoongi is his shadow, and then when he's got the white outfit, that's Yoongi. And I think he's referring to his shadow in this video and in the song as SUGA. I think a lot of it is very Min Yoongi versus SUGA. Himself versus his shadow. I think he's kind of portraying the shadow as SUGA in this song and in this video. That's what I got from it. I might be wrong. Let me preface this as well. I might be completely wrong with a lot of these things. These are just my thoughts on it and what I thought. I wrote down some notes when I listened and watched it, and these are just my thoughts. So when he's Min Yoongi, there's nobody in there. It's just him. He's just talking about what he wants. He's saying, I want to be a rap star. I want to be a rack star. I want to build racks. But he's saying, I want to be a rack star. I want to be a rap star. I want to be a rock star. I want to be rich. All these things that you know, people dream about when they're up and coming musicians, when they're rappers. He's saying all these things that he wishes that he could be and what he wants to do. And at that point, he's Min Yoongi, dreaming. And then eventually, like 40 seconds into the song, we get to the point where he's made it. He's now made it. It's at this point, he's on the stage and he's SUGA and he's part of BTS and he's made it. He's rich. He's famous. He's a rap star, and he's about to jump off the stage, and then it's just all these people with phones and all this shit, everything in his face, and he's like, whoa, 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 what the fuck's going on? So he goes on to talk about how the bigger he gets, the bigger his shadow gets. So you can't run, and a lot of the song talks about how you can't run from your shadow. You can't run from your shadow. Obviously, your shadow's attached, but the bigger he gets, and I guess the bigger BTS gets, is the bigger the shadow gets. So the brighter the light, the bigger they get, the darker the shadow, right? The more baggage that comes with being so famous and being up there at the top. In the first verse, he's talking about he made it, he got big, but there's so many downfalls of being that big. There's anxiousness. There's this feeling that there's only one way you can go down. When you're at the very, very top, there's only one way. It's down. And when you're so far at the top, it's lonely. Like think of BTS. They can't go really anywhere. Like as a BTS member, you can't really go anywhere in the world without being recognized, without being mobbed for the most part. They have to go everywhere with security. They have hardly any privacy. The only privacy they get is usually, at their own homes or in Big Hit. Literally everyone is watching them. So you can have this feeling of being so high, being best in the world, literally part of the biggest group in the world. You do all these accomplishments, and during all that, all these amazing accomplishments and being at the top of the industry, you can be feeling at your absolute lowest as a human being. Personally, Min Yoongi can be feeling so low and unhappy, even though SUGA, the artist, is having all these amazing things happen to him. So in the video, he's running. He achieved all these things. He's a rap star. He's rich. He's got all these things, but now he's running away because everything that he thought that he wanted to be isn't all that glitters is not gold, right? That's the saying. The top is not what he thought it was. There's so many downfalls of being at the top. So now he's running, and people are chasing him with their phones, everything. And I think that's in reference, obviously, to them not having much privacy, in reference to maybe sayings, in reference to people always having their phone, or always trying to catch them doing something wrong. Just no privacy, having no privacy. Also, Oh Are You Late Too, which is their second album, their second mini album, that keeps popping up for some reason without the video, and I think it's because the song sounds very similarly to the intro of that album. So if you listen to the Oh Are You Late To intro, comeback trailer, it's very similar as far as the beat. It's kind of similar to when Namjoon did it back then. The song here is very similar. So I don't know why they're doing that, but it's just that's a reference that they're doing in this music video, in this song. And in the lyrics, he also talks about the shadow swallowing the light. So the bigger the light gets, the bigger the shadow gets. And that darkness is so easily able to swallow the light. It's so easy to have your shadow grow so big to where you feel like you're like completely trapped. And then when it goes into that second verse, when it's like, I want to be a rap star, and the video changes to red. I love how the video changes to red with the song to match it. It sounds like kind of like there's a siren going off. The beat completely switches. They start crushing his vocals, crushing his rap, like actually making it sound very crushed. And they do the exact same thing with the beat. So it sounds absolutely awesome. He's like kind of screaming, but it's kind of like, it's very kind of like you're speaking out of a megaphone. And just the tone of the song at that point is so sick. It's completely taken, a darker turn, a very more hardcore rock kind of sounding turn. And the music video gets, like I said, all red, and it's very disorienting. So the way they match the music video at that point with the song is like, oh, it's dreamlike. They create a whole vibe, and especially matching with the lyrics as well. It just so good. But yeah, the darker tone in the second verse, not only with the song itself, like the produced beat, but with the lyrics, it just makes the song like, oh, even better. I just love when things get dark. And I mean, obviously, Yoongi's talking about struggles here and anxieties and things that bothers him about being so big and about being at the top. But I'll always say it, like pain and sadness and difficulties and things you go through, that creates the most beautiful art, whether it's music, painting, literally dancing, anything. So as much as, pain and shitty things like that sucks, and we don't want that to happen, it always creates such good art. And it's a great outlet if you're actually creating art. Like, I'm sure writing this song actually was very helpful to Yoongi. And I actually saw a lot of people on Twitter saying, Yoongi's depressed. Oh my God, what can we do to help him? Oh my gosh, I can't believe he feels like this. Like, yeah, this is part of being that big. They're mega famous. They're at the top. Obviously, they're gonna have so many of these, these problems and these insecurities and these anxieties. And I think it's so great that he's able to openly write about this and openly create a song, and he's in a place where he's allowed to, make such great art like this. I think the best thing to do with all these feelings is to let it out through a song like this. I think obviously he's writing about these bad things and these dark things, but BTS know that these things come with being famous. They also have so many amazing things, right? There's so many perks to being them, and they've worked so hard to have all of those perks. I think they probably wouldn't have it any other way. Like they wouldn't trade in the life that they have. Maybe sometimes they feel like that, and like how Yoongi says it in the song, sometimes he wants to just be, Min Yoongi and not have all these fucking cameras in his face, phones in his face. But I think they love making music, they love creating these things, and they love being BTS. So I think, even though there's clearly problems and there's clearly issues that he's writing about, I think that they're quite well aware, obviously, of the downsides of being so famous and being BTS. So I wouldn't worry too much if I were, ARMYs. I wouldn't go crazy worrying about it. I think that, him writing about this is a healthy sign of getting those things out, you know what I mean? But I like in the second verse, it changes into Min Yoongi, or changes into, SUGA talking to Min Yoongi. It's completely like a complete flip. The rest of the song is Min Yoongi rapping. He's talking about, I want to be rap star, I want to be rich. And then in the first verse, he talks about, the downsides of being so famous, of the downsides of being so big and being at the top. But then in the second verse, it's SUGA talking to Min Yoongi, aka I think it's his shadow, talking to Yoongi. At one point he says, I am you, you are me. We're two parts of the same person. There's always going to be you, there's always going to be me. With Min Yoongi, there's always going to be SUGA. You can't run from being SUGA, right? You can't run from your shadow. It's impossible. So I think it's Yoongi, when he's writing this, he's kind of coming to grips of being, of being SUGA and always having that shadow with him, trying to really just accept that there's always going to be these problems, these issues, these anxieties with being SUGA from BTS. There's always going to be those things. There's always going to be those things. And he has to learn and live with that being his reality. And, like he can't run away from that. As much as he tries, he can't run away from that. That's why you see these people chasing him. That's why you see all that stuff. And then he also goes on to say, we're one body. We're always going to clash. Because we're one body, we're two parts of the same person. Like I said, like Min Yoongi obviously doesn't like all this attention. He's a man who just loves to make music, produce music, write songs, and just do it for the music and do it for the love of creating art. But SUGA is saying, you can't do all those things without also, being SUGA of BTS, without being in the public eye, without accepting all of those issues in your life. So I think the second verse is literally genius. It's Augustine, Min, Yoongi, SUGA, genius, because of the story he tells and the way he flips the script and starts rapping to himself from himself. And I think at the end of the music video, we see all the cameras, all the people having their phones out on SUGA on stage, and we see Min Yoongi walk right up in the middle of them, and no one even notices him. No one even notices Min Yoongi, because they just notice SUGA. They just notice this performer, this artist of BTS. All they notice is SUGA. They don't pay attention to the human being that Min Yoongi is. And he's just looking up, wishing, that he can be himself once again. Wishing he can go, back to maybe, I'm not saying he wishes this all the time, but sometimes wishing that he can go back to Min Yoongi before becoming SUGA and just being able to be himself without having to have all these worries. So he's literally looking up at himself, and none of these cameras are noticing him. But then when they do notice him, they fucking throw all the fucking phones in their face, take all these pictures. But I think at the end of the song, it's clear that he's coming to grips completely that this is his life. He's always going to have this shadow. He'll always be SUGA. And in the song, he actually says, you'll be at ease if you admit it too. If you just overcome all these thoughts and these feelings and just be at ease and accept that you are always going to be SUGA of BTS. You're always going to have this big shadow looming over you because you are SUGA of BTS. You're always going to be this famous. You're always going to have this insane popularity. You're not going to be able to live the life that you once lived. You're going to have to accept that with being this bright and this huge of a star, you're always going to cast this huge shadow with it as well. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's absolutely gorgeous songwriting and absolutely incredible storytelling, especially in that second verse of the song. I think literally it's probably my favorite intro that has ever been done because of everything. The song itself, like I haven't really talked about the song. It slaps. Like it's just such a slapper. His rapping is incredible. The beat is so sick. It's fucking fire, dude. But then you listen to the lyrics and it's like, oh, this shit's kind of sad as fuck. I think that goes along with a lot of BTS's music. You're like, this shit slaps. And then you read the lyrics. You're like, Oh shit. This and What Am I to You from Dark and Wild, which is Namjoon's. I think this brings it a little bit above What Am I to You because that's more about love. I think writing about love is really interesting, and what Namjoon did in that one is so sick, and it's such a beautiful, brilliant song. But I think this one's just such a more interesting story because we never really see them write about this and truly go head on, talk about what it's like being this big and all the downfalls that come with being that huge and being that big of a star. So I think, like I said, Yoongi just did a fucking incredible job. And I'm literally blown away by his talent every single time he writes a song or produces a song, raps on a song. He's just brilliant. I fucking love him. I think it's amazing. I just thought this music video as a whole was just fucking wild. So good. The effects, the everything, the framing, the way they did framing in the song and the way they matched the colors to match the vibe of the song. When the song got darker or when it was at the start a bit lighter, when he had the white outfit on, the flowers, everything was just so beautiful. I thought it was incredible video, and I thought even more so it was an incredible song. And even more so, it was an incredible story that he told. And that's my thoughts on it. That's me analyzing the song, the music video. I don't know if you wanted to hear more theories. I think that basically I think I covered all of it, what I thought about it, like as far as the song goes and the lyrics go. I don't think there's more to it. There might be. If you have any ideas or things. Oh my God, Winston. My cat is chasing my shadow right now. And that's funny because we're doing a trailer on the comeback trailer called Shadow. That's funny. That is fun. Comedy. But yeah, that's it. That is it. Like I said, if you have any more comments in the comments, go comment. That's what they're for. If you have any more theories or your thoughts on the song, it's fun to chat about their music. I love BTS comeback time because we get to chat about BTS, and it's my favorite thing to do, analyze their music and talk about BTS. I love it. I hope they tackle more of these issues and more personal things like this, if they're open to it, right? If they want to write about it. I hope they tackle more of these things on the album, because hearing them rap about or write about these things is so refreshing because it's so honest, and you rarely get that type of honesty from artists that are so big. So especially in K-pop. So it's really cool to see, and I hope the vibe, also the vibe of the song, which had, a lot of, punchy rock influence instruments in it. I hope the album kind of sounds like that too, because it's so good. Kind of reminds me of Dark and Wild. Kind of reminds me of, not so much like Run and I Need You. That was more light, but this is more hardcore. It kind of really did remind me of some stuff on Dark and Wild. So it was really good, is what I'm trying to say. And I hope that the album is just as good. I'm sure it will be. I'll make more videos when the album comes out. You know the deal, right? You know the deal. But I love you guys. Thanks for sticking around, chatting with me, listening to me, analyze this shit. And it was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I love you so much. Go grab the fucking merch in I just dropped BTS dub merch. Go grab it. It's pretty cool. And go vegan. Be nice to one another. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Peace out.
When I hop right on the beat, I'm a fucking magician. Why you jealous of the talent? But when you know I work to get it, I didn't wake up one day with my head all filled up with visions. But when I thought I could share my heart, well, that was the decision. Whoa! You losers really don't get it. This is self-made bad bitch making my heaven. Oh heavens, he done it, and all of you let him go.